Okay guys, I'm going to show you how to clean your riding boots. So first off, you're going to need an old toothbrush, some saddle soap. I use just the plain old glycerin saddle soap. You can buy it pretty much any tack shop. It's the fibing stuff. And then you're also going to need a couple sponges, some warm water, and a soft cloth, and some conditioner. Now I use the saddle oil by Fibings, and then you can also use something like this, which is mink oil. I've used that in the past and it works fine. I just like putting the oil in a spray bottle, and then you can just spray it on your boots and rub it in. So yeah. First off, take your boots and you take the sponge and you take your saddle soap and you get some saddle soap. Don't put a ton on because your boots will get really waxy, but some. And you take your boots, as you can see mine are kind of filthy, and then just start rubbing in the soap and it'll start to foam up a little. Don't wipe the foam off right away. Give it a few minutes to let the soap actually work itself into the leather before you wipe it off. And just to wipe it off, take a squeeze pretty much all the water out of your sponge and then just gently wipe it off. And yeah, so I'm gonna sponge this boot off and I will be back. Okay, so hopefully you've gotten you've soaped up your boots. As you can see, I'm still letting some of the soap work its way in, because now what you're going to do is you're going to take that old toothbrush and you're going to use it to clean out the cracks and around the edges of the soles of your boots. So the space between the sole and the actual leather part of your boot, you're going to want to scrub in there, and maybe in where the laces are, and in between any seams. So just take your toothbrush, get it in some water, make sure you tap the extra water out. Important. And then you're gonna just rub it on your soap, just like you did before. Get some soap, not a ton, because you don't want your boots to be like really waxy. And then just take your boot and take your toothbrush and scrub wherever you're trying to get any dirt out. And then it'll make that nice white foam again, and that foam will work its way into your boot and make it nice and clean, and it'll help seal out any other chemicals and stuff that you might come across while you're wearing them. So I'm gonna scrub these, and again I'll be back. Okay, so boots are all cleaned up. I've even scrubbed the dirt off the soles of them. I don't know how much you guys can see, but they're all clean. So now we've got to condition them or oil them. So I'm using, like I showed you before, Fibing saddle oil, and I just put that in a spray bottle, and I'll either spray it on my boots or I'll spray it on my soft cloth, just like that. You only need a little bit, and then you're just gonna rub it. Take your boot and you're just going to rub it on and spread it around as much as you can, because you don't want to put too much on, because that's not good for the leather either, because it's I don't know, it kind of bloats the leather almost. But you just want to rub that in, and it might look kind of greasy, because I just did this. This is a cheaper leather, but you can see the oil hasn't really sunk into it yet, and it looks really greasy and shiny. But this one, I did it a little bit before that, and you can see the oil starting to sink in. And it might feel greasy at first, but as the oil sinks into it, it won't be so bad. So you're just going to rub that in the best you can, and don't put too much on. That's the biggest thing I can stress, is just don't put too much on. If it makes your hands feel greasy touching it, then you put too much on and you need to spread it out more. So once you do that, if you want to, once you've oiled up your whole boot, let it dry, So let it sink in so it doesn't look any shiny or greasy anymore. Then if you want to, like if these are your show boots or whatever, and you're getting ready for the show, you can take some black boot polish and you can just buff that into it. I'm not doing that because I'm getting these ready for storage over the winter, but yeah, that's what you can do. So hopefully you now are perfectly prepared to take care of your leather footwear. Yeah, so have fun. Make sure you wear some not so favorite clothes because you might get some dirt or some saddle soap or some oil on you, and be prepared for your hands to smell like Lysol afterwards, because they will. Alright, well, bye guys.